Friends, haters, hello and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, what's up? My name is Erica. Pleasure to have you here. Thanks for clicking on this video. While you're at it, give it a thumbs up, come on. And don't forget to subscribe if you like the vibe. I think I'm a fun time. Look at that. I can kick really high, come on. Obviously subscribe. So, today we are back for a little bit more of a focus video. I know I've been vlogging a little bit more, and this is kind of like a vlog style video, but it's gonna be a little bit more focused on my fitness, but specifically kind of like how I am getting fitter for summer. Now, I wanna preface this by saying I am not at all trying to like look good for a bikini or anything like that. I'm stuck in two minds about the whole summer process. I very much so think you should be confident to wear a bikini regardless of your size. I am not trying to like lose weight to squeeze into bikini at all. I've worn bikinis my entire life. I think there was 1 year where, a few years ago where I was a lot more overweight than I am now, where I was a little bit less confident, but still wore like some high-waisted bikinis and, enjoyed tanning and whatnot. So I want to say, like, regardless of your size, I want to encourage you to wear the bikini. If you're someone who's not as confident in it, maybe get one of those high cut one pieces that has like a cutout or things like that. Start a little bit, or again, just go for that bikini, high waisted, whatever. I encourage you to wear it regardless of your size. That should not determine your worth, and your body is bikini ready. I'm wanting to get a little bit more fit for summer. Nothing to do with my looks, just to do with how I feel. I am so excited. Me and Charlie are both taking a lot of time for vacation. Charlie's my boyfriend. He's in the UK. So I feel like if you're newer here, you definitely haven't seen him yet. But we both took off a few weeks worth of time. And I'm just excited to be able to be with him and do activities, go traveling. And so we both are kind of trying to get a little bit more fit for like our vacation, basically. And again, it has nothing to do with the beach or wanting to look good in bikini or anything like that. It's just so that like we have more energy to be able to explore a city and to go out and just live life. And yes, if I, am a little bit more toned or a little bit more fit, will I probably feel a little bit more confident as well in like, a backless dress or a short dress? Maybe, I'm not sure, but it has nothing to do with weight loss. It's just about being more fit, getting my cardio up a little bit, and, maybe toning a bit, but again, that's not my main focus. I just want to feel fitter for the summer. You guys just saw the workout I did. Now I do a mix of workouts from the Beyond app by Megan Grubb, as well as the My Coach app by Lucy Davis and my coach Ben, or Benjamin Howden. Love both apps. I find that they are completely different apps in terms of what you're looking for in fitness, and I like a mix of training. I think that's what's kept me so consistent throughout my fitness journey, is having a mix of styles of training. I think because I have a mix of different training styles, it's what's kind of kept me so consistent, and both apps are incredible. I am officially a Beyond ambassador, so I do work with the Beyond app. You guys can use the link in my bio to sign up for the app if you so choose, especially if you are also looking to, get a little bit, more fit for summer, get stronger for summer, whatever your fitness goals are. If you're looking for a little bit of a change, highly recommend the app. Especially, they've got incredible recipes, and it's a little bit more of a lifestyle app. So though it is incredible workouts, there's incredible recipes, there's like kind of mental health based podcasts and audio clips to listen to. I know sometimes when I'm feeling really down, there's some really incredible ones about feeling alone that just make me feel like I'm being hugged, and it just feels incredible. Link in the bio if you want to work out with me and do the same workouts that I tend to do. That'd be pretty cool. I am just gonna have dinner. I'm just back from work, back from the gym. Long day, busy week, but it's one of the first weeks that I am just home, and it feels great to not have to be concerned about which state I'm driving to tomorrow morning. So it's nice. And being able to kind of cook a little bit more and be a little bit more in routine and kind of get like my diet back on track. Now, I will say I'm not on a diet. When I say diet, I mean like my eating habits, I guess, more so, the things I normally eat. I don't mean diet as in like I'm cutting out carbs. I would never do that. And please don't do that. If you're looking to get a little bit fitter for the summer, don't cut anything out. Just maybe somewhat smaller portions, everything in moderation. Like, will I have this and then possibly have a chocolate chip cookie? Possibly. Haven't decided if I want that or like some like berries with cream. Those are kind of my two things right now. I'm either really completely different types of desserts too. Berries and cream or like a warmed up chocolate chip cookie. This is what I call the tuna mush bowl. It's not pretty, hence why I called it the mush bowl. It is just white rice, half an avocado, a can of tuna, sometimes 2 cans depending on how hungry I am or if I really want more protein, and then like 1.5 ounces of goat cheese, or just whatever a serving is. I think it's 1 ounce for this one that I have. Obviously you can add extra vegetables, but I just find it's really efficient, because especially obviously rice and tuna are very shelf stable. Avocado is the thing that's the most complicated aspect of it, but I find like when I buy avocados, like I bought a few. This one's still like pretty green. I feel like, I don't know if you can tell. This one's still like pretty green, so it still has a few more days on the shelf before you can put it in the fridge. Fun fact also, if you don't know, once avocados are ripe, put them in the fridge. It lasts you quite a while longer. And then goat cheese stays in the fridge for as long as you make sure it's closed up tight, stays for ages. So majority of it is relatively shelf stable, but obviously you can add in other proteins if you don't like tuna. I've done this also with salmon. I've done this also with like ground chicken or shredded chicken. Again, you can also do canned chicken, which I feel like people are weird by canned chicken. I love canned chicken. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just because I'm lazy and efficient, and things like that are efficient for lazy people. But pretty good macros and definitely low in calories, but really, really filling. And obviously you can play around with the levels, you know, if you want less carbs and less calories, you know, maybe a little bit less rice, things like that. Healthy fats, lots of protein. So yeah. I actually can have some greens as well, because I did not have that many vegetables today. You can beam greens. I don't work with them, but I absolutely love them, hands down. I even brought them to work the other day and had one of my work friends try them because she's been actually interested in greens. She's also pretty into like health and wellness and fitness like I am. And she was saying how like obviously when we're on the road, like it's so difficult to like get good nutritious meals. And I was like, yeah, especially I actually keep one of these in my car now. And bring one with me when I travel for work to make sure that I, you know, if my day looks like chicken nuggets and pasta and a sandwich, then I can still have a full serving of greens to get in those micronutrients. Obviously, it's not the same as eating actual vegetables, but in terms of like your body and digestion, still does pretty good. Greens poured. One thing I've been trying to do lately is romanticize my life, and sometimes it's just drinking something simple out of a wine glass. Health queen. Good morning, friends and haters. This is what I look like when I woke up today. I feel like most times when you see people wake up on vlogs or Instagram, they look like, and then they make their bed all beautiful, and I'm like, who does that? Because I do not. I just wanted to show you guys another one of the things that I do in my kind of like getting fitter routine is I set out. This is great vlogging, Erica. I try to make sure I set up a big jug of water next to the bed. That way I can drink it first thing in the morning. As you can see, I've already had a decent amount. I find that, and like this is something I've been trying to do for a few months, but especially as spring and summer come, I always try to make sure as the weather gets hotter that I am, you know, maintaining my hydration. I find that especially anytime I start my day with lots of water, I then continue to drink lots of water throughout the whole day, if that makes sense. So like that's partially one of the reasons why I love going to the gym in the morning. When I go to the gym in the morning, I drink a whole water bottle, maybe 2, and then I'm just in the habit of drinking water, and I just drink more water throughout the whole day, compared to not starting to drink water first thing of the day, and all of a sudden at work, it'll be like 1 o'clock, and I'm like, I've not had a sip of H2O. Currently in the office, but just showing you my little like parfait cup. This vanilla protein yogurt from Oikos. It's got like 23 grams of protein per serving. then some strawberries, as you can see, and I also use this like protein peanut butter that also has another 15 grams of protein per serving. The entire thing I think is around 300 calories, 350, but I'm more concerned about making sure I've got lots and lots of protein. So I wanted to kind of just go over some of the key takeaways from this video. I don't think I really was like explaining everything throughout as much. I feel like sometimes I did, sometimes I didn't. The first takeaway with the workouts is stick to a plan. If you don't already have a plan, if you don't already use an app, there are so many out there. There are so many coaches out there who can write incredible programs and plans for you. But again, there's so many apps that just make it so easy to have on your phone, in your pocket, very, very easily as well. With that, stick to it. I'm sticking to my plan. I'm sticking to the workouts that are in my program. The only thing I'm doing is adding a little bit of extra movement. So stick to your plan and get a plan if you don't have one, and then just add a small amount of movement. It can be everything from just, like I am 15 minutes on the Stairmaster or an incline walk, going for a nice long walk after work, something nice and chill with a podcast, just a little bit of extra movement, nothing crazy. Now the next is going to be within your nutrition. For me, it's always kind of making sure I've got lots of protein in every single meal. Protein is really satiating, so it's going to keep you fuller longer, but also protein's good for muscle recovery, for fueling your gains and whatnot especially. So it's going to help you throughout your journey no matter what, but especially if you're trying to lose weight, being fuller for longer is always going to help you. With that being said as well, lots of vegetables is a big thing for me. I always try to make sure that I've got tons of vegetables in my meals, especially my lunch and dinner, because if you don't know, vegetables often are pretty low in calories, so it really helps you have big full meals that will leave you full, but you're not necessarily having tons and tons of extra calories as well. Another thing for me is water. That kind of is the same thing with being full. A lot of times people, when they're in the middle of the day, they feel like they need a snack. A lot of times you're just dehydrated. For me, I find that having lots of water throughout the day, I just feel better. I have more energy as well, but I definitely don't necessarily find myself going to reach for a random snack because I actually am properly hydrated. When you start drinking water first thing in the day, for me, it always has me routinely drinking water throughout the entire day. My goal is around like 3 to 4 liters, more towards 4 liters, but definitely I think the average person should be drinking at least 2 to 3 liters. So make sure you're keeping your water up, and again, just try and start drinking water first thing in the day. But the yogurt bowl, though, I do absolutely love that, and I think that meal alone is delicious. The kind of biggest takeaway with that is to be mindful of what you're eating and kind of prepping and packing ahead of time, especially, I work a 9 to 5, I'm in the office a lot of time, and yeah, I could easily leave the office to go out and get food throughout the day, but likely I'm going to get something that's not necessarily as good for me, if that makes sense. When I'm packing my food and I'm bringing my food, I'm fully aware of what I'm eating and the nutritional value that's in those foods, where you can get good food out, but like, is it going to be smothered in oil or grease or things like that and have more calories than maybe you were intending to have for lunch? I just hope it keeps me stay on track. And though I know tracking is not for everyone, if you are someone who has not struggled with your relationship with food in the past, I definitely encourage you to try tracking a little bit to understand the basics of the calories in, calories out system, or even just understanding the macros that you need for your body. The last takeaway comes back to kind of like protein and supplements. As you saw, I made like a delicious little protein mocktail. Earlier in the video, I had some greens. Supplements are there to aid you within your nutrition and to aid you within your diet to help you reach your goals, where you are getting, those micronutrients, that you're hitting your protein targets. But there's also so many fun ways that you can add them into your diet. I put protein in my coffee and almost use it like a lower calorie creamer, but I'm getting 20 grams of protein literally first thing a day. In that clip, I was making a mocktail. I definitely also, it was a beautiful sunny day. I was wanting to have a bunch of bevies in the garden, but I knew that if I had 1 beer, it would lead to 4 beers. And though there's nothing wrong with that here and there, right now for my goals, that is just not what I need to be doing. I really hope you guys like this video. I hope that if you're someone who's also trying to get fitter for the summer, or maybe lose a little bit of weight, that you found something that you can make a small change or small adjustment or a tip that you can incorporate easily into your routine, like water. Everyone can drink a little bit more water here and there. So, you know, I may be biased because it's my video, but I do think I've got a pretty balanced approach to fitness and food and my overall journey, and that a lot of the things I talked about are things that could be sustainable changes or again, just short-term changes. If you did like it, definitely give it a thumbs up. It helps me. And please leave a comment down below about something that you liked in this video, or maybe a small change that you're going to try and make within your overall routine. And if you're still watching, comment mocktail. And that's it for me. Goodbye.